Hey. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. Talk Tuesday is our weekly segment where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, stay a while. Come back next week. Go watch some old videos. I am Coach D, and I am your budget coach, and I want to help you to reach and exceed your financial goals while still enjoying life in the process. Hey. Thank you all for hopping in. I appreciate y'all for being here. So if you hop straight in, while the intro was playing, I just showed a new intro. Definitely let me know what you think of it in the comments. Oh, someone already said, I love your intro. Thank you. I was like, let me try something new. So I'm glad you like it. Thank you. So today we're going to be discussing SMART goals. We talk about goals throughout the year all the time. So it's the beginning of the year. What better time than now to be talking about how to, set goals that we can actually achieve. You love it. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys are so sweet. All right, so let's jump right into it. So, SMART goals. So, SMART goals are, I always forget the acronym until I'm going through it, but you love it. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. You guys better stop. Thank you. So SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and like time frame. You know what I mean? So we're going to go into each one of them and go into how it relates to setting your financial goals. So if you have a pen, definitely take notes. If not, you can watch the replay and take notes then. So stepping right into a specific. So when we're setting our financial goals, they should be specific. We should be saying exactly what we want to do. Not saying I want to save, right? And we all say we want to save because everybody wants to save. We need to have savings. We need to have that emergency fund to be prepared for, things that come up in life. But we need to be more specific and say, I want to save $2,000. That's more of something that's going to be easier for you to get to because I'm saving 2,000, right? So if you say I'm going to save, and then you're saving money, and stuff comes up and stuff does come up. So you'll pull out of it. But if you know you're working towards 2000 and you're saving and something were to come up, you're less likely to pull from it, because I'm working towards my 2000 or I'm almost at my 2000 or I'm right there. And if I pull out of it, I'm going to, make me take longer to get to it. So definitely setting that amount instead of just saying I want to save will help you to be, more successful with that goal. So think about that. If you have ever said in the past, I want to save, I need to save, because a lot of people want to save, unless you have a lot of money coming in and you don't have a need for savings because maybe you have not a lot of things coming in. But for me, I gotta save. So for me, it's important for me to save. So I set my savings amounts, how much I want to receive, different amounts for different things. So I might say I'm saving 2,000 over here, 1,000 over here, or whatever I'm doing. But I always set a number so I know what I'm working towards. And then it's also helpful because once I reach that goal, then now I know, now I can focus on this one, or now I can put more into that one. Now I can stop saving over here, because I already have this one's full. So where I want it to be, now I'm going to go work on this one. So if you're saving, just remember to put an amount to it. So that was our being specific about our financial goal. Number two is measurable. So we want to be able to measure our financial goal. So use amounts, use percentages, just like how I just said 2000. I'm sorry, I feel like I got like a hair right in my eye. But just set an amount, set a percentage. So just saying like, I use debt this time instead of savings. So instead of saying like, I want to pay off some debt, set, something you can measure. I want to pay off this much percent of my debt. And that's something that you can calculate once you have your full amount of your debt. That's something that we're wrapping up in my group right now. This month they were focusing on debt. Once you know your total amount, then you can set how much you want to pay off. And maybe you don't have to use a percent. Maybe you want to use an amount. Maybe I want to pay off same number. Let's say I want to pay off 2,000 in my debt. Well, I'm able to measure that. I'm able to see that. I'm able to see, did I pay down that debt? I'm able to look at my statements and see, because you can look at an old statement and also you should know where you start. Definitely keep track of that so you know what's going on. If you're not looking at it, you can't see your success. You can't see like, okay, I did it. If you don't know where you started, how are you going to know that? So set that amount, check it out, and be able to see. And then that will prevent you from using the card again because I'm like, let's say your card is 2,000 and you want to pay it off. Okay, so now I'm paying it down. And if I start using it and I'm messing myself up from getting that 2,000, not only is it taking me longer, it's going to cost me more than the 2,000, but then I'm paying the interest on top of it. We're always paying interest. So keep that in mind when you're setting your goals as far as debt is concerned. So just make sure it's something you can measure. Definitely use those numbers. Like so in my group, when when they give me goals, I always tell them put a number on that. Give me a number. So it's very important to use numbers so you can help yourself get to where you're trying to go to and just track your progress. Looking for my number. Letter A, achievable. So what we want to do is be realistic with our goals. So we always set our goals. A lot of times we set goals. We want to reach our goals, and sometimes we don't reach them, and we get, disappointed in ourselves, and we just give up on them. I'm done with this. I never reach these goals. But sometimes we're not setting the goal that we can actually achieve. We're not being realistic. So just think about it. Sometimes we're so excited to get to that goal that we give ourselves a time limit that just is not achievable with the life that we're living. So, for example, and this is just for the sake of numbers, let's say you make 60,000 in the year, right? And you say, I want to save 10,000 in a month. Well, hearing me say that should sound crazy to you because that's a lot of money. That's like, it's hard to do in a month. It's impossible to do in the month unless you have nothing going on. As a matter of fact, I don't even think you make that. You don't make that in a month if you make 60 a year. So that's something that's impossible. That's something that if we think we want to do, we're not really focusing on really getting to that. So think about it. Be realistic. Don't set yourself up for the disappointment because you're setting something like that. So set a goal that you can actually achieve. Set a goal that, first of all, knowing how much you bring home, which we always talk about, know our numbers and see what you have available so you know what actually you can put aside. Well, I have 200 available every check. Well, then that tells me the maximum I can save is 400 for the month if I'm paid twice a month. So I can't go setting these numbers that are impossible to reach and looking for the lottery or something like that to save me. No, that's stuff that it happens, but not often. So we need to be realistic about stuff that can really happen and stuff that can so we can get to it and just get that excitement because I don't know about you, but when I reach my goals, I am excited. I'm hyped. I'm like, yes, I did this, I did that, and in my group, when they reach their goals, I am so excited. So I want you to set goals that are attainable, something you can get to, something you can reach. So make sure you're doing that, setting goals that you can really and truly get to. And don't set them so easy too on the other end. Don't be the person that's setting a goal so easy just so it can say, oh, I did that. So now you got 400 available every month that you're setting a goal to save $20. Don't do that. If I'm talking to you, don't do that. Put a goal on there that's going to push you, that's going to, give you a little challenge and to make you help you to grow. So don't set the goal so easy that it's just like, oh yeah, I saved that $20 and you're at, yeah, you reached it, but that's be realistic. So maybe $20 might not be your realistic number, but just think about what I'm saying. Don't set it so easy that you achieved it, but you could have done so much more. So think about that as well. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. It's that great information. Thank you so much. So we got two more. Or is being your goals, making your goals relevant. So think about your goals, your plans for your life in the future, or your family's plan for the future. So when you're setting your goals, so let's say maybe your future goal for you and your family might be a homeowner. So what you will want to do is set goals that align with that to help you to get to that. That's like your ultimate goal. So you set like baby goals to get you up to that. So you might say, I need to save 10,000 to get my down payment money, or I need to save, or I need to pay down all of my credit cards, or I need to pay down two credit cards, or I need to, just think of goals that are aligned with your big goal, with your future, where you're working towards, or I want my kid to go to college. So I'm going to put money aside for that. I know how much it is now. I know how much stuff increases, every year. Everything's going up and up and up. So I know I need to put more money aside. I need to start earlier. Set those goals that align with that to help you so that you can get to stuff earlier and not have to work so hard towards it. Don't be last minute with it. And if you are, then you have to make adjustments and Like I always tell you, don't be afraid. If you got to get a second job, you got to get a second job. Even if you get it for a little bit, just to reach that goal. Sometimes we'll stay stuck or stay in a position because we're just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But sometimes you have to do it just for a little bit, just to get through that and make things easier for you in the future. So consider that if you need to, but if you can get to your goals and get to what you're trying to get to timely, then you don't have to do that. But think about that, consider that, and make sure your goals align with your future so it's easier for you to get that. So don't be working towards something that's pulling you away from your ultimate goal, So just think about the big picture. Think about the big picture. It's still January. So just think about what your goals are for the whole entire year. Set out maybe 1, 2, 3 goals for the whole year. Don't go crazy because sometimes we set so many goals that it's hard to achieve them because we've got a million goals. So we don't know what to focus on. So set a couple. And then your monthly goals can be to geared towards reaching them. So think about that and consider that. The last one is T. So for that, I think usually when I see that, I think it says like time bound or something like that. But I usually say like time frame, like time limit for your goals. So like how I said earlier, you set time limits for so you know how you can even break it down in little increments, and that also helps you to not procrastinate. Because let's say I say I want to save $2,000, right? Well, if I don't say when I want to save it, I can save $5 a month. I have no intentions on saving it soon. If I say, I set a shorter time frame, then I'm going to put that money aside quicker. I'm going to put that money aside faster, or be realistic and not setting like a little bit because I know that's what I'm working towards and I'm going to keep going. I got some extra money. I'm going to throw it over there so I can get there quicker. So I think setting a time limit to your goal definitely helps you, encourage you, and keep you going. So I hope that these tips for today, our SMART goals, our SMART financial goals, were helpful for you. And if you're just tuning in, definitely go watch the replay. We just discussed how to break our financial goals down so we can be more successful with them. Because what do we want? We always want success. We don't want, you know, to set financial goals and not achieve them. I don't want that for you. So I hope you're listening. I hope you're taking in what I'm saying. I'm hoping it makes sense. If you have any questions, always ask me. If you're watching the replay, put it in the comments. If you're watching live, put it in the comments. I peek down at the comments. I even respond to them after they're live, after the live and watch and go back and look at them. So definitely, I'm here for you, not only on Tuesdays. All right. So think about that. All right. I thank you guys. Thank you for always tuning in with me for Talk Tuesday. I will be here next week. I wonder what, first I was like, maybe I can talk about since Valentine's Day is coming up, maybe how to date on a budget or go on a date on a budget or something like that. I don't know. That's a thought, but I don't know yet. I haven't picked next week's topic, but that would be a cool idea with Valentine's Day coming up. So I might do that. You are very welcome. It helped you. Awesome. I'm so glad. Thank y'all. Y'all make me smile. Thank you. All right, I'm not going to keep rambling on. I'll give you the tips and we're out. So have a great evening. Have a great rest of your week. Happy budgeting. It's almost a new month. Get ready to review January's finances, what you did, what you didn't do, what you want to do better. Set your goals for February. Take off running. Do this thing. So I wish you much success with your finances, as always, and I will see you next week.